Aquarius, hi. Welcome to your October 2021 tarot. I'm Tina, your host, and we're going to be doing it a little differently this time. First thing, I'm going to pull a card from the Major Arcana to get an idea of the general energies you're facing this month. Then we'll pull a card for each week and see how it plays out for you, as well as an outcome card. All right, we got the Hierophant. At the bottom, I noticed the Tower, but let's not read too into that. We got the Hierophant here. This is definitely about relationships. It's also a very spiritual energy. It's about devotion. It's about loyalty. It's about finding a place where you belong. It's about commitment. And it's also about finding your voice amongst others, right? That's that very spiritual energy with the Hierophant. Is even though you're a big part of lots of things in your life, it's also knowing what's your voice versus others, right? That's where maybe that a lot of times they'll use the word conformity with the Hierophant. But anyways, this is the main energy you're working with this month is the Hierophant. It can be an important Taurus in your life. But let's go ahead and we got the Fool at the bottom. Let's get a card for each week and let's get a card for the outcome for this month for you. All right, Aquarius, let's see what's happening for you. We're going to stop here. Week 1. Ace of Pentacles, very nice. It's about a nice shining opportunity for you. Week 2, the Knight of Cups, very nice. Week 3, Knight of Swords. You can be dealing with a water sign here, can be dealing with an air sign here. And then week 4, King of Swords. We got a lot of people. We got a lot of people here. 3 of Wands here. Got your eyes on the future. We got your eyes on the future. I do want to say you could just be dealing with a lot of people this month because we got the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Swords, and the King of Swords. One stands out as much more mature, can even be an authority figure in week 4 with that King of Swords. But week 1, you have an Ace of Pentacles here, and I think there's something new here that you want to commit to, something new here that you do want to grow. You're definitely like, I like this, I'm vibing with this. You want to take it. It's something here that you do want to take. There is an opportunity here. Of course, with the Ace of Pentacles, it can be work-related. But as an Ace of Pentacles, as an ace, it carries much potential. It carries a lot of promise. And then week 2, you have the Knight of Cups. If you're not dealing with a water sign here, this is a feel-good energy, right? It's a card about making progress as well. And then week 3, you have the Knight of Swords, and they're both facing each other, so it's very interesting. Could be getting a lot of messages this week, and that could be related to this new opportunity this month. Not this week, week 2, week 3. So that can be what those represent as well. The Knight of Swords, I just feel like you're taking action. You know, first with the Knight of Cups in week 2, you could be flirting with it. We're flirting with this idea. Week 3, the Knight of Swords is much more decisive. Much more charging forward than week 2. That's why I say flirting in week 2, but week 3 is much more decisive. And then week 4, it's almost like you take it more serious. So again, if they don't represent people, that's definitely the vibe I'm getting week to week for you. It's like you go from the Knight of Swords to the King of Swords. You step into leadership. You step into authority. You step into decision making, taking action, right? Facing it head on here, you know. Very strong analytical energy as well. Very strong intellectual energy. Very decisive as well. So again, maybe flirting with it in the beginning of October, but then very much taking action and making decisions as the month progresses. Let's get one more card for your outcome. I'm going to pull it from the top. Queen of Swords. Wow, this is a lot of people. You also have the counterparts of King and Queen of Swords here, Aquarius. So this could be you with somebody. But again, it's that strong mental energy, right? The only cup so far is that Knight of Cups, but definitely very much operating with a thinking clearly. Let's start there. There's not confusion here. There is not confusion here. Queen of Swords, though sometimes is known as like the widow or the divorcee. She can be known as being a little bit more cold, but she is decisive and she definitely knows how to get rid of problems by the root. But just, you know, she's thinking really clearly, really analyzing things, right? Like seeing behind the fog, seeing beneath the surface, you know, looking under the hood type of energy. You're not going to get something past her, right? She's nobody's fool. All right, let's go in and clarify. Let's see, week 1, let's clarify this Ace of Pentacles for you, Aquarius. What's this Ace of Pentacles? Let's see. Oof, death, right? That speaks of like releasing old things for new things to come in. We're going to take it. And I see death at the bottom again, and the 9 of Cups came out here. And the 8 of Swords, you're like, do I want it? Do I not? It's difficult energy, right? It's this opportunity. It's both like, is this a wish come true? Is this what I really want? But then the 8 of Swords is a sense of overthinking it. Overthinking it in week 1, right? And so the more you think about it, the more you cannot see it clearly. But either way, you can see as the month progresses, you get that. You go from the Knight of Swords to the King of Swords to the Queen of Swords, right? So it looks like you do get a grip on these thoughts. No question about it. But there's something here, I just think it excites you a lot, that maybe you're like, is it too good to be true? How can I get out of this and embrace that? Because the 9 of Cups is there. So that's like a wish come true type of energy. So it's a very positive energy. And I think that's why the Hierophant is here. Ultimately, you're dealing with, do I really go here because does it feel right? Does it feel like you belong? And that's what you're being pulled towards, right? You're like, what do I identify more with? Because something has to be let go in order for something new to come in here, right? You got to make space for it. All right, let's clarify the Knight of Cups in week 2 for you, Aquarius. What's this Knight of Cups in week 2? But it's the Ace of Pentacles. Like I said, they carry a lot of potential and a lot of promise. All right, week 2, Knight of Cups. I'm going to stop it here for you. All right, 5 of... Ooh. The beautiful Ace of Cups is here. The 5 of Pentacles is at the bottom, so it could be a sense of like just feeling insecure maybe for some reason. 10 of Swords is here as well. It's really a need to get a hold of these thoughts, right? 10 of Swords is like, okay, we gotta open our hearts again, right? It's knowing that you gotta just open your heart and you gotta keep it moving with that Knight. You got the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Cups, right? You gotta open your heart and keep it moving. Whatever happened with that 10 of Swords. It hurt. You know, there's levels to every card. It did hurt. But the best thing about the 10 of Swords is that cycle is over. And then you have 2 aces on your spread as well, which definitely are indicating a cycle new trying to come in. Let's not forget that death was there. So we got to release it, right? There is a need to let it go, right? Yeah, there's a need to let it go. Week 3, let's clarify the Knight of Swords for you. Clarify the Knight of Swords in week 3. So much sword energy, Aquarius. I mean, it's your element, right? Okay. See the Knight of Pentacles, Temperance came out. Yeah, it's like boom, balance now starts coming in. The 4 of Swords starts coming in. You're now on a period of recovery. You're regaining your strength. A chance, I think, and 4 of Swords is also, just like the Hierophant, a more spiritual energy. So I feel like when you take that step back with that 4 of Swords, you take a step back. That's when you're going to gain this like deeper understanding. That's when Temperance comes in and like things are recalibrating for you in week 3. They really are. And I think that's why the Knight of Swords energy is there too. Is because in this break, in this taking the step back, things start recalibrating with Temperance. The approach starts shifting, right? And you get a grip of your thoughts. So the Knight of Swords, things are still not completely clear. Definitely not in week 3. But they're getting there, right? And they're becoming clearer in the sense of you're starting to know where to take action. You're starting to feel like you can move again, right? That's what's happening in week 3. So really interesting. But Temperance is here. The 4 of Swords is here. You know, so it's about like, there's also more spiritual energy. So I feel like because the thoughts are not serving you much in week 1 and week 2, and you have 2 aces there, you got the 9 of Cups there. There's something really good there for you to like grab onto and to grow. And then week 3, I feel like your energy shifts, your approach shifts, and then things shift in general for you. All right, let's clarify the King of Swords in week 4. Okay, I'm going to take it. 3 cards. High Priestess is here. Yeah, it's a card about like, just spend some time with yourself. Wow. The drama from me. But yeah, clarifying the King of Swords in week 4 is the Hierophant came out again. The Two of Pentacles and the Six of Cups, right? You're having trouble deciding here. Just it's like that reoccurring theme from week 1. Week 1 was overthinking it, right? Is it too good to be true? Should I not, right? I don't know. There's something about it that your thoughts make you feel like it's a trap almost. It's very interesting. And then in week 4, you have a much better approach. You know, you're dealing with the Hierophant energy, so you're listening to your own inner voice. You got the King of Swords, so things are feeling a lot clearer. You're facing this head on now. You got the Two of Pentacles, so there's still this juggling act with you, and almost you're still deciding. Six of Cups is here, so there's a lot of somebody from the past could be coming towards you. I do want to say that. Maybe this is about somebody from the past, right? And maybe you're like, I was burned once. These are things that are just coming out. So of course, take only what resonates. But the Six of Cups is nostalgia. You know, there's a very sweet energy with the Six of Cups, you know, having fond memories, really looking back with sweetness and with joy, feeling like kids again, having sweet memories. Life was simpler. Life was nicer. You didn't need so much to be happy, right? The good old days. But yeah, the Hierophant is here. We got Taurus here as well. Strong air energy, so you definitely could be dealing with another Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. And then the Hierophant is here twice. Again, there's that strong Taurus energy. But yeah, I think week 4, you're in a much healthier place when it comes to deciding. And you're really like, I think you're listening to your own inner voice with the Hierophant here. And you're asking yourself, what really resonates with you? Where do you really feel like you belong? What really feels right in your heart here? And again, you've got that King of Swords energy, so you're thinking very clearly, right? You're not clouded right now by emotions, nothing like that. Even though your emotions are here, that Six of Cups, but they're not clouding your judgment, right? And then your outcome is that Queen of Swords, which really just matches the King of Swords energy. But let's go in and clarify that Queen of Swords for the outcome. Do you commit? Do you not? Right? Like, do you do this? Do you not? Right? Trying to find out what feels right. Five of Cups is here. The High Priestess is here. This is the outcome. Five of Swords is at the bottom too. I think there's some unresolved. There's something unresolved here, and I think your outcome when it comes to the situation is not you necessarily resolving it with this person. It's you kind of resolving it with yourself. The High Priestess is here, right? And maybe you're the Queen of Swords, and maybe you and a Cancer here with the High Priestess could have had a falling out. But there is this like, there's a veil that's being lifted for you. That's the High Priestess, right? She lifts the veil and lets you in. She lets you in a little bit deeper to see a little bit more than you had before, right? The intuition is a lot higher, and that's what's coming toward you. And it's all related to whatever this loss was, whatever this regret was, whatever this pain was. That's what I feel like is coming through. Maybe an honest conversation too. Maybe realizing with that Queen of Swords and the Five of Cups, it's time to let it go. And you know what? I think I said that a little bit with that Ten of Swords, and it is time. It's time to let it go. Maybe even with that High Priestess, I have to say, and you know what? Don't get mad. It's only the beginning of the month, so we'll see, you know, when we do the Novembers, how you feel. But it kind of gives me the sense of like, it's time for forgiveness. And it's not like you're doing it for them, but I think you're doing it for yourself. I'm going to leave it there for you, Aquarius. I do hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, drop a comment, hit like, make sure to subscribe. Anyway, I'll see you all next month.